Yeah. Hey, y'all. How's everybody doing out there? So, it's apparently it's chilling with the Gilliam tonight. Christine is under the weather, and we could use all your prayers. She is not feeling well this evening, so she is trying to get some sleep and sleep it off. Hey, Ginger beat Joey in here. Just barely, though. It's like basically they posted at the same time, and she said it. She said, "I beat Joey," and so Joey's going to go to the corner, Ginger, and yeah, those two are a lot of fun. They are a lot of fun. If you don't know Not for Nothing Homestead, you need to check that out. And Joe Fix It for You. That's another channel you need to check out. And they're sitting they're sitting there conversing with each other on here an hour early. Johnny must be going back to the pasture. I am going back to the pasture, Joey. Tomorrow after church, I will be living with the cattle again. So we are in what they call right now. It's like the cold hammer, I think is what it's called. So the cold hammer has hit Oklahoma now. It was 28 degrees today, and tonight it's supposed to be single digits. So, and the wind is a ripping. So, anyway, there is Chris. Hey, Chris. Chris made it, Texas Raider 1122, and celebrating farm life. Celebrating farm life. I looked for a email. I haven't seen it yet. So, but I'll keep looking. And then we've got, there's Dink and Tank, which is Tamara and David. Welcome. Good to see you. And going on down through the chat, there's Paul K saying, "What are you all doing?" Of course, you spelled all wrong, but that's Paul K. Anyway, so there's Rebecca. Hello, Rebecca. And celebrating farm life, we were saying hey to the Gilliams. Yep, hey, like the stuff cattle eat type hay. And then we've got, let's see here, there's Rainy Ridge. Rainy Ridge was on from 5. I was on their live. They were on for about an hour and 40 minutes or so. But it's good to see you, Eric and Tina. Thanks for coming over and supporting the channel. I always enjoy conversing with you guys. And then we've got, let's see here. If I miss some, there's Jennifer. Jennifer is what is it? How's that go? Jennifer Sparkle something. And then there's a lot of that sparkle stuff up there in Canada. Of course, I think some of the sparkle stuff's leaving, but I'm just saying. Then we've got, let's see. Hey, there's Glenda. Grace and Fire with Glenda. Glenda had a live today, guys. If you didn't know about it, go check it out. You can always rewatch. And she had a good live. Really enjoy talking with Glenda and Sir Grace. There's Evelyn Newman. Hello, Evelyn. Good to see you. And Skittles and Glitter. Okay. I had phoned a friend, I guess, and Skittles and Glitter. Yep, that's it. Skittles and Glitter. Then we got Jesse and Lisa at Lazy Days Ahead. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. And then let's see here. Going down through the chat. Everybody's talking to each other because this was before I was even live. Hey, there's George Marshall. Good to see you, George. Thanks for stopping in. Troy Sutton. Good to see you. And let's see. Here's Heaven's Fire 18. Howdy. And In the Kitchen and Garden with Tracy. I know Christine's going to miss all you fine folks being, of course, they're rewatching. Hopefully I'll said everybody's name, or so if she doesn't read it, she can hear it. There's Virginia Alexander. And hello, Virginia. And let's see here. Going on down through there. Just making sure that I get everybody trying to get to the bottom so I can actually start talking. It was 33 degrees here in northern Canada. Sure glad I live in Canada where it's not. Yeah, we're colder than, I heard we're colder than Alaska right now. Hi, Janae. Good to see you. And Dot Roper's in the house. Hello, Dot. Welcome, welcome. Alan Chapman. Hey, there's Alan, my buddy Alan from church. I didn't get to talk to you the other night at the meeting, Alan, but we'll talk tomorrow. I'll be there tomorrow. Then we've got Lori Carp. Howdy, Lori. Good to see you. And there's Barb at Benzover Acres. Welcome, welcome. Let's see here, going on down. There is, let's see if anybody. Hey, at dinner with Tuber Chat, Brampton Gardner, and Jason Keto. Well, tell Rochelle to calm down, and just chill out, because, one of these days stuff will grow again outside and she'll be able to plant her stuff. It's coming, eventually. Yeah, maybe. And you guys have a good dinner, though. It's supposed to be a 9-degree or lower wind chill here in the morning. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be, I'm not sure exactly how cold it's supposed to be in the morning, but I know it's going to be, the wind chill is going to be a lot colder than it actually is. But let me see here. It is showing that it is going to be 14 in the morning. And then 10's Monday, I guess, Sunday night, and 9 Monday night, and then 18 Tuesday night. So yeah, it's going to be cool. Better Side Farm. One love from Better Side Farm. Thank you very much. Glad to see you. Thanks for coming in. And let's see here. Make sure I don't miss anybody. Just trying to keep up with the chat here. I don't have my hummingbird right here helping me out. And there's Tony at our cabin in the woods. Hey, Tony. Maybe we'll get that race out of the way here before too long. I'm hoping. And then we've got, let's see here. Sparkle Sox farms are called sparklers. Okay. So, yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Hey, Dave from Ohio. Good to see you. It's good to see you. Let's see here. Going on down through the chat. I missed Heather. Good to see you at Heaven's Fire 18. There's Fisherman 506. Lee. Howdy. And let's see here. Going on down through the chat. There's Bowen. Hey, Bowen. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I'm going to stop right here for just a second before we lose too many more people off the chat. We lost. I'm going to have to take this off here. I'm going to have to hide this for a minute. We lost a great, one of our great folks, our YouTube folks. You guys knew Lila Newton. Lila Newton passed away Thursday. I understand she was on a vent. A lot of us met her at Pinecone Fest this year, and she will be sorely missed. I have no words. Prayers for the family. She was so full of life, and we got to see that life at Pinecone Fest in Texas in October. And I want to thank Randy and Julie for, picking her up and bringing her out, setting that all up so that we could meet her. But she has passed on, and everybody remember Lila. Prayers for her family. I'm going to miss her. I'm really going to miss seeing her in the chat. Really miss her bad. All right. So we've got, I'm going to go on down through here. If you guys, prayers up for Christine. I hope she feels better. There's Lori. Lori's prepping for heaven. Thank you, Lori. She is very ill right now. She woke up with a horrendous migraine. She tried to stay up for a while. She did a few things around the house. Then she went back in there and laid down, and she's been out all day. I asked her if she wanted to be on tonight, and she was, she didn't feel up to it. So she's trying to get get feeling better. So thank you for that. And then we've got, let's see here, going on down through the chat. 14 in the morning, says Janae. And there's, let's see here. We're supposed to get 3 to 5 inches of snow tomorrow. We got our snow. It kind of came and went, and we're glad. I'm hoping we don't get any more very soon. So, but yeah, everybody's talking about being cold. We're not used to freezing temps for very long here in the South. No, we're not. Hey, Rebecca, good to see you. Thank you for coming in. And let's see. Hey, there's Leonard Mountain Homestead. Hey, Amy, good to see you. You and Chris. And there's Carlene Vassar. Carlene Vassar. There's Carlene Vassar. Vassar is Jesse's name for her. Carlene Vassar. Welcome, welcome. Yes, God bless Lila Newton. Absolutely. Hello, Back to Good. It is good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate that. How are you guys liking Arkansas? Probably pretty cold right now. Yes, prayers for Lila's family. Prayers for the family. Sending prayers. Everybody is talking about Lila passing on. Yes, there you go. Lila's son is monitoring Lila's email, so you can send messages to him at lilanewton6@gmail.com. So, guys, there's, if you got anything you want to tell the family, you can send it to that. But yeah, she will definitely be missed. She was a great lady, really great lady. I miss her. She could be a little snarky sometime, but I miss that. I sure do miss her. Thank you, Paul. Paul's praying for Christine, and Bill and Mickey celebrating farm life. Yeah, celebrating farm life are here. They were trying to send me something about hay. They talk about hay a lot, and thank you guys for sending all the prayers to Christine. I'm sure that they will, the Lord willing, be listening and help to heal her up, because it's this weather change. The weather change really affects her bad. 24 here with wind chills of 4. It was 28 in town or here where I'm at today. That's what the high was, or not the high. It's what it got. It was like 2 o'clock this afternoon. It's 28 degrees. So, and then let's see here. I think maybe I'm getting toward the bottom. I hope. No, still going. So we got passing. Yeah. Currently -11, feels like -23. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It's cold. That's why you're chilling with the Gilliams. Seth, what's the end of the next video? What's the end of the next video? I will be putting it out tomorrow. So before I leave, well, I'll have it come out tomorrow, because I'm going to be leaving to go live with the cows again for a while, and I can't put videos up from down there. Hello, Duncan family. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. And let's see here, in the kitchen and garden with Tracy. Tracy, it's good to see you. Did you get the tractor to quit gelling up? A lot of people asking about the tractor. You can see it. at the very end of the next video. If you watch, I mean, you got to watch. I'm telling you guys, if you watch my videos, you got to watch them all the way to the end, because there's stuff that happens after I say, please comment or like, comment, subscribe, God bless and all that stuff. But at the very end of it, I usually put an ad. I add something to it. So you might want to, maybe you want to see that. I don't know. This is why meetups are so precious. Lila was the first time we got to meet Lila in person at Pinecone Fest. Now she's gone. She was a blessing to us. That was Jessie at Lazy Days Ahead. And yes, she was. That's why these meetups are very important. And so if you can make it at all, if you think, I'll just go to next year's or 2 years from now, we'll be able to go or something like that. If there's any way possible that you can make it this year, we might not all be here next year, is what I'm getting at. We may not all be here. And there's Dana Mason. Hello, Dana. Good to see you and Tim in the house. And she was a great, sweet person. I don't, I feel like it's okay to tell folks about it, because, her son sent the information out to Jessie. Jessie got it out to us. So Jessie had emailed Lila, and he got that message back from her son. So I hope I'm not stepping on any toes whatsoever. It's not my intent. My intent is just to let you guys know, if you've been wondering where Lila is, that's what's going on. And thank you, Tamara. Said, I'm praying for you too, Johnny, and your new calves. Yep. And I had a guy make a comment on a video about, you need to have your cows have their calves in the spring. Well, that would have been all good, and it was the ultimate actual plan, except Danny doesn't understand fences. So if there's something on the other side of the fence that attracts him, he will go to it. And he did. He lifted the gate off. I mean, I had the gate chained on one side and I didn't have it chained on the other, and he lifted it off the hinge side, and he got with that heifer, and she had her calf. So, I mean, I had no control over that one. So, waiting for the continuance. Thank you, Amy. She said she watched that video all the way through. It made our day to meet Miss Lila. Yeah, it sure did, Dana. She was quite the lady. And yes, we got to meet Charles at Tinkeller before he passed. That's what I'm talking about, guys. You guys got to go to these meetups, because there's two right there. I mean, that were here a year ago. They were here, and now they're gone. So we know, we got to get out there and meet each other. And people were giving her big hugs. Tamara gave her a big hug. There's Southwest Living with Val. Just got home from work. Good to see you. Thank you. And yes, Doc got to meet us, and we're so happy to have met Doc. That was a great day. We met at Biggins Barbecue in Georgia. That's awesome. So we hope to do that again. We hope to be able to meet you guys in Georgia again. That'd be great. And if you guys ever get over this way, always welcome. Danny understands feed sack. Danny is a big boy, no stopping him. Right. Hormones are strong. Yes. Danny, you think Danny, he's just kind of chilling out and everything. But I tell you what, you can always tell whenever you go out there and he's kind of standing around the cows, and there's a lot of saliva dripping off. I mean, he'll just be floating in the air around him. If that's going on, you kind of want to stay away from him, because he's in his working clothes right then, and he's got a job, and he don't need to be messed up. Okay. Was this meetup at Cookson? No, this meetup was at Pinecone Fest. That was down in near Texas, George, or in Texas. It was near St. Vernon. Was it Mount Vernon? Mount Vernon, Texas is where we met Lila. So yeah, and y'all come on over. We are fixing to go eat at Dutch Pantry. Oh, that's awesome, Duncan family. That is awesome. I wish I could. You know, the problem is, me and Christine are kind of doing that low carb thing right now, and boy, I tell you what, it's stepping in the way of everything. But it doesn't step in the way of JL's barbecue. Just like I can go JL's barbecue. That's right in there. And there's Debbie, two old people on the couch. Welcome, welcome. And I want to talk a little bit about the meetup at Cookson, or not Cookson. Well, I guess it's not too far from Cookson. It's the 10 Killer meetup. So everybody's invited to the 10 Killer meetup again this year. It's going to be April 25th, 26th, 27th. We hope you guys can come. We haven't been committee meeting yet about it, but I need to get that going like soon. There's several of the committee members in the chat right now, and I'm looking forward to having getting those meetings and figuring everything out and stuff like that. And let's all have a good time down at 10 Killer. We're going to be meeting at several meetups this year, but 10 Killer, I think there's one in Texas before 10 Killer. I don't know anything about it. Jesse can put that in the chat if he would like. But there's as far as Oklahoma goes, the 10 Killer meetup is the first one in Oklahoma. Then there's going to be the Mid-America meetup in May. And then I believe there's going to be one at Pomme de Terre State Park in June. So, yeah. Operation Rendezvous 3, April 11th through 13th, the Retreat RV and Camping Resort, Huffman, Cleveland Road, Huffman, Texas. All right, so there's the one in Texas, and that would be the one that Gary, let's see, YouTube Please, he's got several channels, is going to be putting on, I think. Okie Homesteading Expo is March 21st and 22nd. Yes, that's correct. It's not a meetup, though. It's not a meetup. That's not a meetup. That's a pay to get in homesteading expo. So that's a different kind of deal. Meetups would be us, our meetup, and then the one that Mid-America, that's a meetup. You know, those and everybody's invited, guys. Everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a channel or just anybody. I'm telling you, anybody. If you watch the videos and you like the folks, come to it. We love you guys. We want you to be there. We want you to come. I mean, it's where we met James Hall. It's where we met a lot of folks. And yeah, just come on down. I mean, we love it. We just eat that stuff up. We almost made it to a meetup last time, though, Johnny. Yeah, almost made it a meetup. Yeah. Well, I mean, we do meet folks there and stuff like that, but it's not a meetup. It's kind of like it's just we see each other when we're there. It's kind of that type of deal. I don't think we can do anything we want there. Like we do at the meetups and stuff. But man, it's good to see all you guys in here. Thanks for coming in on Saturday night, a really cold Saturday night. Now, I know I said something about doing some throwback stuff, but the thing about that is we might have to wait till next Thursday to do some more Throwback Thursday stuff, because Christine is the one that actually has the email on her phone that you got. Many of you folks have sent pictures of you when you were younger, baby pictures, etc. And she's got all that going on her deal, and I don't really have it going on my stuff. So if you wonder why whenever you're doing all the emailing and stuff and Christine is always the one that you're conversing with, it's because she's the one that really runs most of that stuff. Hey, Paul Honeyman, good to see you. And James Hall, definitely send some prayers to James Hall. He has the flu, and I am sure he is feeling really poorly. So everybody send some prayers for James Hall. And Christy Betts was out hunting propane tonight. I had to wait on a ride. Yeah, Christy, I do the same thing. I have to go get propane and stuff like that for the camper. I'm trying to keep it, to where I don't freeze to death down there, I guess you'd say, because those things aren't built for this kind of temps and stuff like that. They're built for staying at the lake on nice summer nights. So just saying. Thursday was a great night. It wouldn't be the same without Christine. That's right. It wouldn't be. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna do more. We'll do Throwback Thursday again next Thursday night. We'll call it Throwback Thursday night again. That was so much fun. And if you guys missed it, we have a live on Thursday night called Homestead Hangout. We go at 5:00 Central Time, and I know you guys. A lot of guys, that's kind of early for you because you have to work and stuff like that. If you get a chance, stop in because we're gonna do some fun stuff. It's we have a blast on that deal. And Christine will be here, and it'll be so much better than it is with just me. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you something. Prayers for healing from Barb, James. So this was a gift, and I love it. And it's got a white-tailed deer on it and all that stuff. It's that type of apparel, and that was got for me by Jesse and Lisa, and I just love this thing. I mean, thank you so much, Jesse and Lisa, for this. I really appreciate it. And Christy Betts, exactly on the campers, right? Yeah, they're okay down to certain temps, but boy, I tell you what, whenever you get past, for me, when you get past, down into the 20s and lower, it starts getting, your heat works a lot. Let's just put it that way. And then whenever you get down into those single digits, like it's going to be while I'm down there this time, I'm going to be sleeping. It'll be single digits at night. It doesn't have any underpinning or anything on it. So I bet you that heater runs all of it. So I'm just saying, I bet that dude runs the entire time. Hey, Reverend Joe Jacobson, good to see you from Eastern Iowa. $50 a day at the Okie. I might have to pass on that one. Uh-oh. Went up, huh? I thought it was 35 before. I guess it's 50 now. And you have to go 2 days. You can't go a single day. They won't let you pay for 1 day. They make you pay for the weekend. So you have to pay for 2. So I might not be at that one either. Don't know. That's a little steep for me. It matches your camo hat, John. It does. I appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate this. Yep, nippy. And that's when pipes freeze. Yeah, I don't have to worry about the pipes freezing because I don't have any water hooked up to it right now. And that's good. I'm telling you, right now is not a good time to have the water hooked up on that thing. So what I've got is I've got a one of those big orange, like igloo cooler type thing. Igloo, it's where you hit the button at the bottom of it and water comes out of the spigot, and you can drink out of it. A lot of people put you see them at the football games with pouring the Gatorade over the coach and stuff. I've got one of those down there, and that's, I put water in that thing, and that's pretty much, I wash my hands under it. I do, everything. So that's my water down there. Yeah, I told my grandson not to turn off my dripping faucet. Absolutely. We have a well here at the house, and I'm like, we don't we don't let it drip because the well would run too much too often. So I have a heater out there in the well house, and everything else is pretty good. I mean, we run the heat here in the house. The heat runs, all the duct work is under our house, so it keeps all the plumbing good and warm under there. Some bales of straw would help with the cold. Yes, James, they would. Except for, you know what? All night long I'd listen to cattle chewing on the side of the camper. That's what I'd listen to. So, but let's see here. Somebody said something about is the Okie at Pryor? Yes, it is, George. It is. That's the Pryor. That's the Okie Homesteading Expo is at Pryor. So, George, if you get a chance, come down to Tinkler in April. Love to meet you. A few weeks ago was the first time I ever seen the toilet pipes freeze. Don't even know that could happen. Yep. They are. They will. Yep. Stuff will freeze. Won't it, Joey? Ginger. Stuff will freeze. We just got done eating dinner. What'd you have? Ginger? What do you guys have? I had a hamburger I got from, it's not a hamburger, it's a lettuce wrap. So it doesn't have any bread or anything. It was a lettuce wrap, and I got it on the way back from the cattle. I got me and Christine one. She hasn't eaten hers yet because she's been too sick. But I got us a lettuce wrap burger, and it's just, hamburger wrapped in lettuce. The lettuce is the bun. And Rachel at Back to Goods making dinner now. And yes, prayers for Sister Christine. Thank you, Ginger. She needs them. If you've noticed, we were kind of texting back and forth today. You noticed she wasn't in there. It's because she hasn't felt well. Yeah, I thawed out the next day. Venison burger balls with mashed taters and corn on the cob. Oh, that sounds so good. It sounds good. Celebrating farm life. I feel for you, Johnny. I slept in the barn on a bed of hay last February when he had her first calf born here. Make sure you stay nice and warm. I will. I'm going down there. The main reason I'm going down there isn't because of January, the calf January, because January is now, she's pretty established. She can handle some pretty cold weather. Those calves, they can handle it pretty quick. What I've got going on now is I've got a cow springing right now. I noticed it a couple of days ago. It's Patty, and Patty is springing, and that means that we've got another calf that is going to be born anytime. I'm hoping it's not tonight because I'm not there. But anyway, so I'm going to be headed down there. I'm going to go to church in the morning. I'm going to head from church to the cattle. And whenever I get down there, I'll probably make some kind of a video showing you what's going on and stuff like that. But you went to Biggins Barbecue last night, Joe. Wow. Love Biggins. I've got some Biggins barbecue sauce right here in the refrigerator. It's awesome. If you guys ever get a chance to go to Biggins Barbecue over in Georgia, down by, I guess you call it down near Talking Rock, Georgia, or something like that, head on down there. It's really good food. You might even, send a message to those the not for nothing folks and tell them you're around. I let tabs drip, but can't do anything about water pipes that go to the toilet. The wood stove don't get the heat all the way upstairs the other side of the house, so it freezes. Yep. All kinds of stuff will freeze. Continued prayers for Paul. Everybody pray for Paul Honeyman. He's feeling poorly. So, like I said, we need to lift each other up as often as we can, guys. We would be there in a heartbeat. Yeah, they would. If you said you were going to be at, if you call them in advance, you know, I mean, tell them earlier. Say, hey guys, we're going to Biggins. We'll be there in like 5 hours, 4 hours, or something like that. Yeah, they'll meet you. They'll meet you over there. They might have to make arrangements if it gets any tighter than that. But, you know, me, I guarantee if you call me pretty much almost any time and said, hey, I'm going to be at JL's in 2 hours, I'll probably be there. I'll probably meet you. I'd probably meet you there. So I'm just saying, Paul, you know, luckily we haven't had any freezing issues yet. Back to good. That's Rachel. Hadn't had any. Hey, Rachel, how does Arkansas compare to Arizona in that aspect? I know it gets cold in Arizona. I'm not saying anything about it not being cold in Arizona. I know the desert can get extremely cold. I'm just wondering how it compares to Arkansas. So enchilada casserole, man, everybody's throwing up all their food and stuff like that. Enchilada casserole and things like that. That's awesome. Johnny, guess you like old Pontiacs. Have you ever watched that fella in Nebraska that messes with a lot of 60s Pontiacs? No, I haven't, George. If you could throw up if you could let me know who it is, maybe I could find them. YouTube is a funny place. YouTube is not easy to find. There's a lot of channels that are not easy to find. So it makes it difficult, you know, to find this stuff. So what might be easier for you to find, somebody else can't find, you know, so you know what? This is starting to grow on me a little bit, you know, that whenever I first got rid of the big beard, this bothered me, but now it's starting to grow on me a little bit. I kind of like it. So we've been able to make a phone call, text, or email. All of you are amazing. Yeah. Jesse, I thought you liked your bacon and eggs. Ha ha. Giggle will pray for you. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. She always just comes in with a, you know, well, Johnny, in the southeast, it can get cold at 4,200 elevation, but it's only for a few hours here and there. Not like this constant. Yeah. I understand. That's Rachel. They came from Arizona, and got some of that land over there by Gary and Mary at Junk to Jim's, and they're kind of living the Arkansas off-grid life, I guess. You know, do you mind if I give you the name of his vlog on here? No, I don't mind at all, George. I do not care at all. Hey, there's Andale. No, you're not. You're not late. You're right on time, Ann. And she is feeling poorly tonight. It's kind of, we thought this morning, whenever we were talking about chilling with the Gilliam, she said she'd be you know, she got a really bad migraine, and she said, I'm going to lay down. I should be up in time for a live. And it just, you know, it's still bad. It's still bad. It looks nice, Johnny. Took 10 years off. So I look 10 years younger. Holy cow. That's awesome. Thank you, Tamara. Man, I'll be younger than, man, does that make me younger than Joey now? Awesome. Well, you got a question, Tony? You got a cue? And there's Dan Dale saying, hello, everybody. Yeah, I know. Yes, she has a Chiefs Classics. Hey, George, I don't care. You know, I'm an odd duck. I like long videos. I'm telling you. He goes, videos are kind of long though. You know, whenever I sit down to watch an Andrew Camarada video, if that dude isn't 2 hours long, I'm kind of disappointed. Oh man. So 3 comments like that, he'll need a bigger hat. Yeah. I think I got a bigger hat in there actually. I had terrible migraines while I was younger. Yes, Christy, absolutely. I'll be 63 January 23rd. I'm old. Well, if you're lucky, you get there, and we're lucky. We're getting there. And I got to show this one. Thank you, James. And I'm going to throw it up. Keep Marie from our Okie homestead in prayer. They think she had a heart attack. Okay, there's another one, guys. Our Okie homestead, that's Marie. They think she had a heart attack. So keep her in your prayers. I had read something about that on, I think it was on Facebook earlier. But anyway, keep Marie in your prayers. Always enjoy seeing her too. And Joe says I don't look a day over 40. Thank you for that, James. Thank you very much. A new haircut always does. David is the same way. Yep. Gotta. Yep. Linda Peterson loves to watch long videos. There's a lot of us out here that are kind of weird. We're not like hung up in that shorts reel thing, that I like them. Don't get me wrong. I like to watch shorts and stuff like that. But what I really like is a short that comes off of a long video, like a short of part of the video. And it gives me a little taste, and I go, oh, I'm going to go look at that, watch that video. And that's what I like to use shorts for. And Glenda's, I'm a migraine sufferer. I get those. No fun. Had one yesterday that put her down. Yeah. And Christine's got one, and the one she's got is it's due to this change of weather again. We were 55 degrees yesterday, and today we were 28. And yep. And Joey also has horrible headaches. And I keep you guys in my prayers because I haven't had headaches to that level, but I have had some that were bad enough to where I can't imagine if somebody had one that it was worse. And Christine's are so bad that she can't handle light, any kind of light. I mean, she comes out, all. So even this computer screen would have just put her over tonight. So it's better that she's getting, that rest and stuff like that. So Joe's needing new glasses, maybe 55. I may be down to 55. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take being 55. At 55, I was a pretty active fella. Dad is Hanger, gonna run. Everyone stay blessed, stay warm, stay safe. Love y'all. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you for coming. And good night. You guys stay warm tonight because it's cold where you are too. We're having a huge temp drop tonight. Yep, it is. It's coming. It's here. It is here. I'm telling you. Yes, I hope she can rest, Andale says. Absolutely. And there's Annie at our urban homestead. And I remember we sent her a hat from here and it got to her. I couldn't believe something that we sent from here got all the way to Australia, but it did. I know Jesse's going, we do it all the time, but Lisa and Jesse, but for us, that was new. I mean, we can't even get anything to Canada. I'm telling you, we tried to send something to Canada. It just, for some reason, it's like the old saying, can't get there from here. When you're on keto and get a headache, if you will just take a pinch of salt, your headache will go away. I will let her know if she gets up. I'm drinking this isn't Mountain Dew, guys. I know that's hard to imagine me without a Mountain Dew, but this is like Crystal Light or something like that. And just a door shutting sounds like a cannon with a migraine. Absolutely. Dark and absolute quiet. Yep. She probably doesn't know about Lila. Christine? No, she probably doesn't. And I don't think she's heard that news yet. I don't think she has. I'll squeeze in time to prepare me some food to just a few short trips to kitchen to get it done. All right, Joe. And hey, make your meal. I'm just glad to be able to talk to you every once in a while. I bet you can't get anything like a hat to New Mexico. Val, I don't know, maybe. Did you stop by the sale barn today? No, I didn't. I put out a video this morning. I don't know if anybody's seen it or not, but I put out a video. And the video was going to run long. We were talking about long videos a minute ago. Some channels have a audience for long videos. I don't have an audience for long videos. So, it probably is red dye. But so I've split the video up where I thought was a good place to, I was there for 4 days. I stayed with the cattle for 4 days, and I was in the camper out there. And so I split it up 2 days here and then the next 2 days. And there's Melody and Ryan. Good to see you guys. My wild home, y'all. And then, no, I don't know about Lila. What happened? Lila Newton passed away on Thursday. She had been on a vent, and Jesse sent a message to her in an email, and her son responded to the email and let him know that she had passed away. Yes, there you go. She passed away on Thursday night. Please keep her family in your prayers. So that's the reason why these meetups are so important, guys. Go to the meetup. I know if you some people have to drive a ways to get there, but go. Yeah. Yeah, it was sad. It was very sad about Lila Newton. So, but yes, please pass my condolences to her family. So Jesse has put out he's got an email that he can put up here again if he's still in here that will let you know. It's up in the chat, but there's an email that you can email to. It's Lila's email, but her son is monitoring it. And yes, and Dale, it is. And I thought I was going to get to meet you last year. I thought I was going to get to meet you, Ann. Just thought it was going to happen. Yes, her address is on her page. You can send a card to. Right. You can read there. There you go. Here it is. There you go, Annie. You can reach Lila's son via that email, and yep. And so many people we want to meet one day, says Melody, and that's right. We'd love to meet all of you, every one of you. Yeah. There it is again. Yeah, darn hurricanes, Ann. That's right. Well, Jesse and Lisa, I think, my wild home, I think they're safe. They're safe and sound at home. They've been home for a few days now, I think. So yeah, they're back from the I guess northwest or whatever. But anyway, man, it is so good to see all you guys in here. There's 52 of you in here. Thanks for coming in. If you feel so inclined, smash the like at some point. I'm not telling you to leave or anything like. I'm just saying smash the like at some point. It helps the algorithm and things like that. And I don't have this in subscriber mode, so I was thinking, well, maybe some other folks would want to come in and say howdy to us and stuff like that. We've got enough mods in here to handle anybody that would be unruly or anything like that, so it's all good. We're pretty lucky. We don't typically have a crowd like that in our live though. 7,000 miles later, we're finally home. Yeah, they are home. Um, Hey, tomorrow morning, Greg Duncan at Duncan Family Farm will be preaching at Southeast Baptist Church in Commerce, Oklahoma at 10:40 a.m. So any of you folks that happen to be over in near Commerce, Oklahoma, Duncan Family Farm will be there. So Jesse, did you get your transmission checked out? Ah, boy, transmission problems ain't no fun. So how is January? Have you had a storm baby yet? Well, January was a storm baby. And January is still kicking. So yeah, I put out a short a few minutes ago, about 6 something, I think, that showed January this evening, before the live. Um, yeah, Joey and I were playing Whack-A-Tro last night for 45 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, you get, sometimes, but I really haven't had too much trouble with that. Maybe just not, they just see me or see us and go, not interesting enough to click on. Or you can watch it online like I do, Dot Roper says. So is that Southeast Church? You can watch it online. Most new vehicles don't have a transmission dipstick anymore. Absolutely ridiculous. That's right. They don't. Isn't it? That's nuts. It's nuts that they don't have a transmission dipstick. And I'll give you one better. You remember, all these transmissions that had filters and stuff in them? Well, one day, it's been a while back, we've got a little Honda Civic out here, and we love it. I mean, drive it forever and ever. I mean, it's always great. But one day it said, one day we got a couple of codes on it, and it was shifting funny. It was acting weird. So I took it over to a place, and I took it over to a place that only works on Hondas. It's a guy. It's not like the Honda dealership. It's a guy, and he has a little Honda shop. That's all he works on, Honda vehicles at his house. And I took it there, and he said they don't put filters in Hondas, because I said something about changing the filter in the transmission. He said they don't put filters in them. He said that filter deal, that's a bad deal. He said a filter, if it starts stopping up, all it's doing is starving your transmission for fluid. So Honda doesn't do it. Honda just has occasional transmission fluid changes. You change the transmission fluid on a time frame, or they've got a set mileage, etc. to change transmission fluid. We'd never changed it. So he changed transmission fluid in it, and he said that'll probably fix it. Sure enough, perfect. As soon as he did it. So he said that GM and Ford deal where they put the filters in them. He said, yeah, they figured out that's not a good deal. So yeah. Anyway, so they just let them run. Oh yeah, don't let them do a flush, Jesse. Do not flush your transmission. Do not. I'm telling you from personal experience. I'm telling you from my friend's experience. I'm telling you from this Honda guy told me, he said, never do a flush on a transmission. Because what the flush does is it'll move things from where things are caught, and it'll put them into, it'll stop different things out. So I'm just saying, yeah, do not flush a transmission. Don't do it. I mean, yeah. Most transmission services are done with a vacuum. They don't drop the pan anymore. Yep, that's right. They can put a deal right down in there and they can suck it right on out of there. But yeah, I'm just saying, if they tell you they're going to flush the transmission, I mean, if it's under warranty and they're going to do it, at the dealership or whatever, you do, but if you're going to some, place that's just kind of a lube or place or like that, or we can flush it, we can do a transmission flushing. Nope, that's been the demise of so many transmissions right there. Especially those folks that want to do a transmission flush right before they go out. They go on a vacation or something. They say, "Well, I'm going to get my oil changed and get my transmission flushed and blah blah blah." I had a friend that did that. He had a Chevrolet pickup, about a 2007 Chevy pickup. He was pulling a camper. He goes, "All right, I'm going down to Texas on vacation. I'm going to get and the transmission was working perfectly." He said, "I'm going to have my oil changed. I'm going to get a transmission flush, and I'm having my, all my wheel bearings packed, and I'm having all, everything greased up." And he did all the things. Well, guess what? He got down to about, what's that, Stringtown down 69 highway going toward Texas. He got to Stringtown before he got stranded on that transmission deal. Hey, Dakota. There's Dakota, our old pecan homestead. Welcome. And yeah, he got down to Stringtown, and that was it. Transmission was toast. And I probably need to get my blinker fluid changed while I'm at it too. They got that now. Look it up. Things we used to laugh about, now they have. It's crazy. So they always say to not get a flush unless you have had regular transmission maintenance. Yep. Some people will get one just because, and they think they're gonna, like I said, all I know is the Honda dealer guy, or the Honda guy, said never let them put a flush to your transmission. He said that's not a good deal. So it's always worked for me. I've never had a transmission go out because of anything like that. So you need to update your GPS, Jesse. What's the GPS doing? Update your GPS. Why? So it'll be like yours and take you through like Wyoming to get to Georgia from California. I see you looking at that clock. What clock? I don't have a clock. I looked at Christine. She kind of popped in here, got some tea, and popped out real quick. Problem if you haven't done like a 15,000-20,000 mile maintenance interval, you lose all your clutch plate and fluid. Then you remove the fluid and the clutch plates burn up. Yep. Well, the problem is orifices get stopped whenever they do a flush. Stuff gets moved from where it's at to another place, and it gets jammed up into something, and then you lose fluid pressure, and then you lose your transmission. So, yeah. What clock? I don't have a clock. That might be a good idea, Joey. Lisa has been slacking here lately. Getting that GPS up there. I guess she's the GPS. That's right. Blanker fluid, Paul Case says. Yeah. But it's been about an hour. Time to, talk to somebody besides maybe just me. I don't know. So let's see if anybody wants to come up and say howdy. Let me get something going here. And I'll put it up. Let me do this. I think that'll work. Yeah, it'll work. And folks, I don't pin it to the top. I just kind of put it in every once in a while, and you kind of got to be paying attention. So if you want to come in and chat, you just got to pay attention to the chat. That's all I got to say. I stay awake for the first hour, then heard car part talk, throws head back and falls asleep. Jennifer, I thought you were getting a car. I thought that was the deal. You were getting a car, and then you were going, you were going to start listening to us on this stuff, And I got my first victim. Oh, first guest here. There's a car right back there.
It was the orifice on the blanker fluid that was
the blanker fluid orifice.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Paul?
It's cold out there, man.
It is cold out there. It is real cold out there. And you know what? I gotta say it. Hang on here. Let me get all this stuff off of the deal here. Here we go. We got these folks from Georgia in here. Howdy.
But
if a man says he'll fix it, he will. There's no need to remind him every 3 months. That's right.
That's my new dog tag.
Eventually, it'll happen.
It will.
I'm saying it will.
I don't have the patience. I'm not a good patient, and I don't have the patience.
Oh, you're a midget doctor?
Do what?
You're a midget doctor?
I am.
Yeah.
What's that?
A person who has very little patience.
Yes, that's me. That is me, Paul. Absolutely.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing?
Well, we're doing good. Hey, that's a cool tip there, old Colin, Dakota. About sucking out a quart of transmission fluid every little bit. Usually, if you're lucky, you have one of them cool transmissions that kind of changes its own fluid. You
just have to add a little once in a while.
You just check it, and every once in a while you add some to it, and you add some to it. Of course, in Joey's instance, or these folks with these newer vehicles, they don't have a way for you to do that. So,
and you would think that they would at least put a sight glass, to where you could see it if you get up underneath there.
Yeah.
But they don't even have a sight glass that you can do that.
Right.
You have to have a special tool when it goes into the dealership. And I know for sure Ford and Jeep are like that.
Yeah. There's I don't think our Honda has one, a dipstick. I don't think the Xterra has one. The Xterra has one. I think everything else we've got has one, except for our stuff that's got sticks in them, which is a few of them.
Now I'm assuming that there's still all the diesels that they would still put a dipstick on a diesel. I would assume.
Well.
Okay, it's cold. You're gonna make me do it anyway.
I don't know. I guess he's gonna go look.
You're gonna look it up.
I'm getting my parka on though.
Going to look.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
Janae.
Hey.
He's going to look. There's Janae.
He's got to get his parka on first, though.
Paul, what are you doing?
Come on, we're going on an adventure.
We're going on an adventure with Paul.
I love it.
I like going outside like this, Paul.
Woo! I know.
I don't even have to put my coat on.
This is the kind of weather that'll show you exactly where there's a hole in your overalls.
How many you counted so far?
Right, Ginger? I love
I have my overalls on. So.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. You ready?
I can't
We're
see.
ready?
I'm looking.
It's right there.
Right there.
Oh, you got it.
Right there.
Woo, nice.
Dipstick.
There it is.
And now my cattle are running like a banshee.
They think you're going to feed.
The noise is. Right
Probably
there's
think you're gonna feed.
I can't see very good. Engine dipstick. Transmission dipstick.
All right. What year model was that, Paul?
14.
Wow.
Okay.
2014.
Man, that's like brand new.
Mhm. That's brand
11,
spanking
yeah.
new.
Yeah, the preacher's truck that's brand new is 11 years old.
That's what it is. I'll tell
I
you
That's
hauled a
what.
load of Kevs with it earlier this week, and it told me something.
What's that?
It told me that every other truck I've ever had was wore slap out.
I heard that.
Yeah. Thank you for the excursion and the
Yes.
explanation
enjoyed
about coveralls and holes in the coveralls.
That was funny.
That's
If
the only
you
one.
see your wife running through the house, will you let her know that we're keeping her in our prayers for
Yes.
I will.
her head?
I've only seen her twice in like
Stuff flips up yet?
probably 8 hours now.
Oh, poor thing.
So a while ago she kind of popped in for a second. She grabbed a deal of tea and she right back out.
Right
She,
back out. Mm.
well,
We
it's
love you,
the light- it's not the
Christy.
light right here. The light just gets her.
Oh,
Do you know
my
what
mom
kind
was
of
like
tea she
that.
drinks?
Huh?
Do you know what kind of tea she drinks when she gets headaches like this?
The tea I made, which is Lipton or whatever.
Sweet
Oh,
cake.
it's not like an
It's
herbal.
No, she's just getting a drink.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I get some of those kinds of headaches, but it's when stuff like this shows up. You know,
Which one? Yeah.
all of them.
Hey, Nita.
She's been a
Oh,
little bit busy.
Christine, we
Oh,
love
look
you.
at that.
Ooh, I love it.
Hey,
Looking
Anita.
family.
Nice.
And that's the copy one. That one's got the lid.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice.
That's nice.
Talking family.
Shame you can't read it.
Anita loves her Chick-fil-A.
I do.
Oh, you ain't gonna believe what she come in here with this evening.
Oh,
She brought me a sandwich from Busey's.
Busey's. She didn't bring you a Mountain Dew from Busey's, I can tell you that.
No.
They don't sell Mountain Dew there, honey.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Well, I didn't do a whole lot of shopping.
I'm telling you, if you go to Busey's, look for a Mountain Dew. Look for a Pepsi product. You won't find it.
I knew that'd light your fire, Johnny.
Oh, I hate it.
It just chaps
I'm
his
like, if I go
behind.
to a convenience store, I need to be able to get whatever pop I want. You know, that's a big pop. It's not like,
No experiment.
you know, there's
40.
Pepsi, there's Coke, there's Dr. Pepper. That's one of the big. It's kind of like Ford, Dodge, Chevy. Mountain Dew is one of the big ones. It's one of the big three.
you said Ford, Dodge, and Chevy, and all I could think about is Hippie Cow Yay with Dodge and Chris.
And what about Jeeps? Don't leave the Jeeps out.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they're yeah.
Here in Georgia, we have an auto mall that has Ford, Dodge, Chevy, and Jeep.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
a pretty
Yeah.
call.
I didn't say you
did a
didn't.
great
I mean,
job.
This one's metal.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
really?
Yeah,
Oh.
Oh, cool.
and it has a lid.
Nice.
Yeah, thought I'd show them off because they're leaving tomorrow. Somebody's
Oh.
getting them.
Oh, I wonder who that would be.
Yeah.
I didn't no guesses.
I think he's got some plans, but I ain't divulging somebody else's
Plan.
beans to spill.
Hey, Angie.
Yeah, the military called Jeeps Willies. That's back whenever they were made by Willies.
Angie.
Hello, Angie.
Hey, is Andy made it in?
Andy
She
made it
did.
in.
Andy's gonna have to come to the races the next time whenever we race because her and Christine are gonna have to kind of there might be a butt whooping going on up there because of Tony's little video he put out. Tony puts a video out and gets me hooked up in some kind of a grudge race against some guy who thought I guess he got pretty aggravated. I mean, you could tell he was he was like veins were popping out in his head when he was typing on Facebook to me. I'm like, man, I'm game, buddy. I was there that night. I said, let's race. You said, I ain't racing that small tire car.
When is the next race?
Oh, man, I'm ready for it. Anytime they do it, I am ready. Car's ready. I told Kristen there's a big auction this weekend I'm going to go to. Did you hear me, Joey?
I'm hearing you.
Going to an auction.
I know. I got a tear in my eye right now.
I know you do. But I want to go to an auction. I want to go to an auction, and
These two and these two.
but if they come up because they're bad about that. They're bad about like on Thursday popping up. Hey guys, we're racing Saturday. Oh,
Nobody gets to plan anything.
change my plans. So, but if they don't race Saturday, I'm going to an auction.
Well, now, did you get the picture that I sent you yesterday?
You sent a picture of a sprayer,
I did.
and I looked at it. Christine, she's the one that turned me on to it. You know, she said Joey sent a picture. I saw a sprayer, and I'm like, you know, that dude is in Georgia.
Georgia.
I'm not in Georgia.
I know, but I'm in Georgia.
I'm in Oklahoma.
But I'm gonna be in Oklahoma.
Are you?
But that dude better have brand new tires, brand new bearings, brand new everything to get from Georgia to Oklahoma.
No, I put it on a trailer.
Oh, that would fit a trailer?
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
how
I
much
would
was
do.
it?
Just
I didn't even look and see how much it was.
yeah, that's the thing. That's why I just sent you the picture. If you were interested in it, then I would go from there and then find out how much.
Oh, okay. Well, I am interested, but I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I was just sitting there thinking, you know, I looked at the picture, I go, you know, I'm right here.
It's a chicken.
It's a chicken farm that's going out of business.
Yeah,
How many gallons is that deal?
tons of chicken farms around here.
I don't know. I sent you the picture.
It looks like at least 350.
At least that, yeah.
I mean,
But I
it's
think-
pretty
I
big.
sent you the picture.
We got that. We got it.
But I
I'll have
didn't.
to go back and look at it.
Hey, Johnny,
Yeah.
Joey sent you the picture.
Hey, Johnny, Joey sent you the picture.
Get the picture, buddy.
I got, yeah. Yeah. And Angie says she'll be there. She's going to be at the next race, whatever it is. And that's great.
All
Thanks, Angie. And
She'll
Evelyn
be
said this. She said, John, if there's another one of those campers in good shape, you better get it.
Hey, Johnny, there's a
Christine
picture.
will wring your neck if you don't. How big does that look, Paul?
Make him big.
I'm going to hold it up there.
Make him
Bigger.
big.
He said big five.
Bigify.
Huh.
Oh.
I'm getting closer to 5.
It's got it's actually got a motor on it, doesn't it?
That's
Yeah.
cool. That looks like one that was made to like wash off trucks. At a lot of chicken farms, they was actually hiring guys to go wash trucks in the summertime while they was loading the chickens out into the truck. That way, at least the truck was cool when the chicken got in it.
Oh, I mean,
And they had to kind of carry all their own water and everything with them because there's not usually running water out at the driveway end of every chicken farm. So
yeah, and they stink too.
George, I do have a trans brake built in on the transmission on my GTO. Do I use it? Absolutely not. And the reason being is because I've got a 12-bolt rear end and all I can see is myself shelling it. It's fast enough without it, I'm telling you. I can foot brake that car into the 8s on the motor. It's pretty quick. So I say 351 and a half gallons. 351 and a half.
This is the Price is Right.
That includes the amount of gas that little engine holds in it.
I agree with Paul. I think it's at least a 500 gallon.
I know it's pretty. I know it's a big one.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was cheap enough, let's just put it that way. If it was cheap,
What's cheap enough to you?
cheap is cheap.
Are you like
Whenever somebody says, "I'll take this much for it," and you don't even hesitate, you just reach for your wallet. That's cheap enough.
Okay. So, what is your ideal cheap enough
He
price?
doesn't want to cheap enough tell you now.
Why? It's not like we need it.
I know. But I want everybody to know how cheap he is.
That ship.
Well, that ship is sale because they watched some of my auction videos.
I need some peanut M&Ms.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. Joey has some.
Cheap is $29.95.
I think that's about what my dad paid for his, except not dollars. I'm thinking it was right around 3,000 when he bought his. It's just 300 gallon, has a PTO.
Whoa.
Yeah, I found out I think it was a 300 gallon at that one auction. I went, I didn't buy it, and it went for I think it went for $600.
Yeah,
and I did not buy it. I quit at 5, and it went for 6, and so I thought, oh, I can probably. So I looked that exact one up, and they sell it. It looks exactly like it. Still, I looked it up, and it was $5,700.
yeah.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Since my dad bought his, but I've seen them bring what dad gave for his new when they were 6 years old at a farm sale. And, if they're a good one, that's good. But you kind of got no idea what you're getting a lot of the time because the guy might have left that thing sit out there and it's got a crack in that tank on the bottom from freezing up and busting.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. No, I didn't drain the water out of it, but magically the water's all gone.
Magically. It's magically delicious.
Yes.
Or the pump's busted,
Yeah, the pump. At that last auction I went to, the pump was actually grown into the tree.
Is that Lucky Charms?
Mm.
If the pump has a tree grown into it, obviously they were using it to spray brush with.
That might be a redneck.
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
to picture that
Paul.
one car that has a tree growing up through it that's as big as the hood hole will let, and it says the guy just parked here waiting on his wife to come out.
It's Dakota. It's hard to describe what cheap is. Cheap to me is what I won't hesitate to reach for my wallet. That's cheap. If I have to think about it, if I have to go, well, it's not cheap enough.
But when it comes to food, you are not like that.
No.
I don't know.
The sky is the limit. I'm at JL's. Give me the biggest platter you have.
Hey, whenever it's a
Just give
special,
her all the roasted taters.
that was a special
All the
occasion.
taters.
That was a special occasion.
That
Yeah.
was, but that was pretty awesome. I've never been fed that much food before, except for maybe at a family Thanksgiving, and I didn't have to pay there, but.
Oh man, yeah, Jails. That place is awesome.
Mm.
And yeah,
Hey, Bonnie, I got a
we-
big question for you, one that's like this big, and if
Oh,
you
wow.
don't answer it, and that's okay, I'm not going away like hurt or nothing, but
Mhm.
how
I'm just
come you
going
ain't
away.
sold them calves?
Me?
Yeah,
How come I haven't sold any calves?
are you
Well,
gonna?
I didn't sell any calves last weekend because it snowed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not selling any calves this weekend because I ain't hauling them calves in the temps that we got. And my plan is to haul them next weekend.
Did you see my video I put out? I sold mine Tuesday.
Well, I heard you talking about it. I have not seen the video yet.
Yeah, I sold mine Tuesday. I'll give you a number that's going to scare you.
Yeah.
You may not have to be so cheap. My
Don't put your
calves,
bottom dollar on it now, Paul. You don't speak too soon.
my calves were all mixed up. They
Mhm.
weren't like yours. They weren't all black and all about the same size and nothing like that. I had blacks and reds mixed, and I had some in there that just weighed 300 pounds. 4 of them just weighed right around 300 pounds, but the bulk of them was between 5 and 6.
Yeah, about like mine. Yeah.
And they brought north of $1,600 a piece.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man,
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, I sold some off of my first calf heifers back in September that didn't quite bring $750 a piece.
Oh my gosh. So doubled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Double
You're talking about
plus.
back in September?
Oh.
And see, that's the thing. I was going to sell these calves in September. That was, and then
They got dry.
and
Yeah.
I went to the auction and I watched the auction and I go, wait a minute, they're tanking right now.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I said I'm gonna hang on to them. And I got to talking with a guy at church. He was in the chat earlier. His name is Clay Alan Chapman. And I got talking to him, and I said, I'm going to hang on to them until after the first of the year. I said, because I think that after the election and after, people wanting to get some calves for the spring, spring green up, I think they're going to be better. And boy, I tell you what, it seems to be spot on because, man, they're up big time.
All of those reasons sound pretty feasible, but what they're saying is that it's not that.
They're saying because there are none.
It's the supply.
There are none.
Not nearly as many out there, and that comes from the last 3 years, not maybe as much last summer, but the 2 years before that, I have an extreme drought, and a lot of producers just hauled all their cows off because they had nothing to feed them.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that without hurting the supply some, and I've been looking and thinking this is going to happen this way for a while. But usually it only happens between when I sell 1 year and then when I sell the next year. And it has time to go down before I get to sell any. But
yeah,
somehow I get it.
I'm not selling all of them. I mean, we're gonna hang on to Elmer. We're gonna hang on to Surprise, and probably the rest of them will go. That'll be 6. We're going to haul off.
Mhm.
And, Christine was talking about, she was, we were talking, we had, we got our hay lease we got to pay for. We got to pay for, there's a bunch of house insurance. Of course, we had our property taxes and stuff like that. I said, I think our cattle are going to take care of all that. So
we can't help it. Dakota made that comment, and obviously spell check's helping him. It was Lowe's fault. That was supposed to be the lowest cattle inventory since
Lowe's cattle inventory in the U.S. since 1959. Yeah, I tell you what, we got into this. In our cattle at the right time. We bought our cattle herd in the middle of that drought you were talking about, Paul. We bought it in that. I mean, that's what it was somebody was selling all their cattle because they couldn't, feed them and stuff like that. And we bought that whole herd then. We're upwards of, I don't know, we don't have a herd like you got, but we got, I think, 22 or 23 now.
I'm trying to get up between 50 and 60 mama cows, and I've got 19 in one spot and 27 in another. So, and I've got 10 more replacements that'll be coming up this year if I can stand to keep them out of my trailer. If them things jump in that trailer, though, in the green.
I want to tell you about that. I keep that old stock trailer I bought at the auction. I keep it out there at the farm. And the other day I didn't have my my keys for the shop to get the feed out, and to put the feed up. I didn't have them with me. I'm like, really? I always carry every key I've got with me all the time, but I didn't. I left them in my Nissan truck, and it was here. So I thought I'll put them in that stock trailer, that feed. So I open the back of the stock trailer up, the door, and I pack feed up in there. I pack a couple of sacks of feed about halfway up into that stock trailer and set them down.
Mhm.
And I go back to the truck to get another bag, and I hear something, and Elmer's in the stock trailer.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's going for the feed.
His namesake.
Tell
Well,
you what, he is something else.
let me tell you what we found when we
Okay.
stored a bunch of feed in a stock trailer. They're not coon proof.
I bet.
Well, I think I had 8 bags of it's called grass stretcher.
Oh, Elmer.
It's 14%, and I had 8 bags of that. It's a 3/8. It's got a big old cube, and I thought, well, I'll just stick them in here because it's getting ready to rain, and I thought I'll just stick them in here. And actually, it was yesterday. It rained yesterday, and so I thought, well, I'll just stick them in here for now, and then. Well, like I said, Elmer, he just right on in there.
Oh.
When I was a youngster, we were raising them market steers to take to shows. We always had 5 or 6 of them in the lot, and Mom and Dad always just parked their trailer in there. And I don't know what happened. Maybe they did it, but the door got left open on the trailer. And one day we go out there to feed calves, and one of them didn't come. And we found him up in the front of that trailer. Well, it was like a 16-foot bumper pull, and he had stepped into the back of it, and the front end come off the ground. He didn't notice that until he went up in the front.
Oh my
And
goodness.
then it came down, and he was scared to come out of there. We had to hook the thing onto something to hold it down so he could walk out of there.
Oh,
Yeah, poor 1,000-pound fella.
I know. Poor little baby. And he got his belly fed too.
George, I'm with you on that. We've seen it like that before, and I hope it doesn't fall before, not this weekend we're on, but the next weekend, because next Sunday I plan on hauling some cows.
Mhm.
So
I actually
Bacon prices change here soon
Yeah.
I
because
put mine off a week because we had that snow on first sale of the year. The sale at Welch is on Tuesday, and I didn't want to haul them over there. It was like 26 for a high that Tuesday, but we had good weather this week. And
hey, Dream's in the house. Howdy. There's Jersey. Hi, Jersey. Got folks co-streaming, so I got.
I guess I could have been doing that.
I am not.
Hey y'all.
we're not co-streaming.
Yeah.
It's Janae.
I am.
Are you co-streaming, Janae?
Yes, I need some watch hours.
Ah.
Well,
Yes, I went to the store and got some bacon day before yesterday, and this is just a regular cut bacon, 1 pound, $8.52 a pound.
Really?
Yep.
$8.52 a pound.
$8.52, and if you want the thick cut, it's $2 more.
Yeah, that's what I always like to get, the thick cut.
Yeah.
Because that other stuff, whenever you cook it up, at the end of the deal, you put in a strip of bacon that long, you end up with one about that long.
Right.
But it's nice and crispy, and that's the way.
Yeah,
Joe
it's really crispy. You can put 4 pieces on your biscuit. You might have one.
Y'all like your bacon crispy?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
We always called that camp bacon. They always served bacon to us one morning while we're at church camp, and it was so thin it only had one side. I had one boy come up to me one day. He said that bacon was so thin I could read my Bible through it.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, here's the deal. if you put your bacon in a pan and it cooks all the way through on one side without you having to flip it,
Yeah.
it's too thin.
Yeah, now,
So
that's
you
Well,
need
I
to get it.
called-
You like
I
the
called
thick
the feed
bacon.
store, and the feed store has a hookup to because we know them pretty well, and they were like, "Oh, you call my cousin. He works at the processing place, but he has a couple pigs that he's done, and he was selling his bacon." I called him. He was like, "Well, I don't really have much bacon left," and I said, "Well, if you get in there and you see that you have some and you want to sell it, will you please call me back and let me know?" That was 2 weeks ago. I ain't heard from him since.
Mhm.
Yes.
one of them girls that I know that is in FFA over at Miami is now they're selling blue and gold. They do that for a fundraiser. Maybe you guys don't know. Blue and gold is a whole hog sausage, and they actually sell that pretty much in Oklahoma. It's a big deal because it gets delivered to the FFA wherever you buy it, whatever student you buy it from, it gets delivered on a certain date and it'll be fresh. It won't even have been frozen yet.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
And I think they sell them in 2-pound or 2.5-pound rolls. And for a long time, those have been $10. I think they're more than that now. But
Hey, John.
we still had some blue and gold sausage, so they were selling bacon too.
Mhm.
And 3 pounds of their bacon, I have no idea what it is. We'll see when I get it. Was
Ooh.
$20.
So how do you cook your thick bacon? Y'all like the thick bacon. Do you use which way do you do it?
In a skillet.
In a cast iron skillet?
That works.
That works.
Shrinkflation.
No,
Yeah, shrinkflation.
Paul said I hand it to Nita and let her cook it.
No, I can't get her to cook that.
Hey.
She had this morning while I cooked my breakfast, and then she got up and ate
We
some of
buy
it.
the Kirkland from the Costco.
Y'all
$14
say-
for 3 pounds.
Oh.
Hi, guys.
Oh.
Thanks for coming in.
We need
Yeah.
to hit
Farm
that
life.
Costco.
Blue
Bye,
and gold
guys.
is really good.
Yes.
I got a little bean spilling I could do.
Oh.
Yeah.
So sweet.
Found out just a while ago that every other Saturday
You're pregnant.
after I'm not.
That's kidding.
Never mind. See you later.
All right.
After Jesse and Lisa's live, I'm gonna start. I got an opportunity to go live there. Rainy Ridge is gonna give me half of their lives, so
Oh, nice.
I'll be going live when Jesse and Lisa get done a week from tonight.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay, cool.
So it's gonna be like a steady schedule for you?
Maybe, yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Oh,
Well, when
nice.
you sign off, are you going to say bye or are you just going to click?
You're just gonna.
This is the end of the live.
Let's all, folks.
So if he ever starts telling a story on his live, you get ready.
Oh, I have a feeling it'll all be stories. That's all I got, you know.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Make the Blue and Gold Jones, Oklahoma.
Yes, they do, and it is good sausage. You know, a
It
lot
is.
of pork sausage that you cook, it shrinks pretty bad, kind of like the bacon. You'll have a whole bunch of grease in the pan, and that Blue and Gold's not that way. They must hold to some stricter standard than like JC Potter.
Blue and Gold is kind of like commodity cheese.
Like what?
Ooh.
Like commodity cheese.
Commodity
Oh,
cheese.
yeah.
You may not know what that is because they don't have enough people that are in as good a shape as most of Oklahoma to ever receive commodity cheese.
Commodity cheese is the absolute best cheese in the world. I mean, if you could imagine cheese, I mean
Are you saying
here
cheese?
Yes.
you know, if you met, the certain standards and stuff like that, WIC standards and stuff, you could get this cheese, and they call it government cheese.
Okay.
Government.
Right. It's
I've heard
government
Rob Walbert
cheese.
talk about
If
raising.
you met the income guidelines and stuff, you could get the government cheese. Well, when you get this government cheese, oh my gosh, it is the best cheese in the world. I mean, folks will sell, if you can get them to, they might sell you some cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I mean, it's great for, you know, like I'll trade you this block of cheese for that 350 Chevy over there. It's that good.
I don't know. Describe it to
that.
me. See if you can figure out how to describe it from what anybody would know about cheese, because it's different. It's not American, like
No,
what we'd know American slices to go on your sandwich, and it's not cheddar. It's not that crumbly like cheddar is,
no.
but it's somewhere between them, and it's a yellow cheese. And the box that it come in must have been 14, 16 inches long. And if you sliced a piece off, it was a size to go on a sandwich, a loaf, or a piece of bread. So, but I remember my great grandma got that stuff, and she would share it with us. But she did something that just would gross people out today. And you know where we're going, right?
Oh.
She would mold that cheese so it would keep.
Oh,
That's a form of penicillin. You know, my grandmother did that too. She was a nurse. And she used to tell me all the time she just left it in the refrigerator, and when it gets moldy, she don't mind if she has it because it's penicillin.
Oh no, you didn't have to keep it in the refrigerator. You molded it and put it somewhere else.
She loved keeping cream cheese and all that. She didn't mind.
Money Pit says it was a 5-pound box. That'll give you a little idea.
it's a 5-pound box of cheese, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's not a knockoff of Velveeta. It's not Velveeta. It's nothing like Velveeta.
It's
Velveeta is cheese that you can.
Right.
Velveeta, they don't even keep it in the freezer, in the refrigerated section.
No,
Right.
George's comment is very funny. You need to put that up. That is funny. And good one.
Which one is that?
George Marshall, powdered eggs. Not good for Easter egg hunts. Blow away before the kids can pick them up.
Yeah.
Where do you guys come from?
Powdered eggs. Not good for Easter eggs.
Its process is what it is. LOL ain't from no cow. Well, I don't know where it's from, but I tell you what, it's the best cheese right here. Right here. Just read that. It's the best cheese ever to make a grilled cheese sandwich with.
But you
I'm
have
telling
to
you,
slice
if you're
it
making a
yourself.
grilled cheese sandwich, and
Right.
and you can go to the fanciest deli that there is anywhere, and you can buy all these fancy cheeses and stuff, and everybody can make a grilled cheese.
Hey,
And I
Todd.
guarantee if somebody has a piece of commodity cheese, it will smoke every one of them.
All
for
right.
taste.
All right.
It is
We're going
great.
to try that.
I don't know.
There you go. It's between, I think it's more like between cheddar and American.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson Fire says between cheddar and Velveeta.
You can't poop for a week. Angie, you're so nursey.
You actually
can't
would
poop
need
for a
one of
week.
those wire cutters to cut it with, because it's really hard to cut it with a knife.
Now,
It's not like
you say
Velveeta.
you say that with the wire thing. My
Yeah.
dad used to take me to, we used to go when I was little to a little country store that had, they had pickled eggs on the counter in a big old container. And then they would have this big, huge dome, glass dome with a wheel of hoop cheese in it. And the hoop cheese had that red rind on it. And they'd go through with the wire and just cut you a slice of it. And we would stop there and we would always get a slice of hoop cheese. It was oily, but it was so good. Oh my gosh, that stuff was delicious.
Well, I know something else about the government cheese too. You know, I know Josh is in here and he said something about process, but I'm going to tell you something about it. If you burn it, it doesn't turn black.
Mm-hmm.
It just melts.
That would be good to put on some of that bread that doesn't mold.
No, what I'm getting at is whenever if you put cheese on something and it turns black, it's because it's plastic.
Ah.
If it just melts into a, nice,
Creamy.
just creamy, all the way across the deal, run off the edge of the plate, melts into something, then it's, something good. But But that, you know,
I miss
I'll give you an
cheese.
example. You go by these American slices of cheese that you have to peel the little thing off of, and
Mm-hmm.
you throw them on your sandwich or something like that. Well, sometimes you put them things in the microwave and it turns black. And that's the plastic in it.
Those actually aren't cheese the same way that meat on their burgers and McDonald's isn't.
Yeah, that's not cheese. That's
Look at that.
Hey, that's nice, Paul.
Oh,
oil.
nice.
She's been messing around with stuff again.
Is that for your run in 2028?
Yeah.
That
All
is
for fun.
pretty.
Actually, we're going to give one of these away when I get monetized in 2047.
Wow, you got
Coming,
goals.
guys.
You got goals.
I
You
want
see
one
what
of
it
those,
is?
Paul. Is that for me, Paul? How
Do you
sweet.
see what it is? It's a
Is
keychain.
it a magnet?
Yeah, it's a
Keychain.
I love it. I love it.
Oh,
The wagon
Yeah.
wheel and all that. And the
Cool.
tractor.
Doesn't have
That's
a
the
key ring on
tractor.
it yet.
Yeah.
Actually, it's
awesome.
still too hot to hold.
The thing about it is, if that's a keychain, man, I won't be able to carry very many of them in my pocket.
yeah, but you leave your keys.
I'd have to
everywhere.
have multiple pairs of overalls.
Even maybe on the chicken coop
Right.
with the mail.
Mail.
Do you think
And
that's too
Christine's
big
got
though? That's
No, it's
bigger than
perfect.
$1.
No, that looks good to me.
I
I
like
know it looks good to you because you carry a purse.
I haven't carried a purse in 10 years since we
Oh,
moved
okay.
here.
Never mind.
Well,
No,
This
I
is,
carry it for her now.
this is the key fob for my pickup.
Well, hold it up there where we can see it. There we go.
Yeah, see? Yeah, that's a good size.
That's a good size. Will it cut your pocket?
No.
My foot's asleep.
Okay.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It's not as thick as a thin mint, but close.
My foot's asleep.
That's cool.
Uh-huh.
I like the poker chips. Is there any open packages? If there's any open packages of cheese here, it's mine. Stay away.
Tony.
Oh.
All right, Tony.
So that truck you got, that 2014, you said it's got a lot more power and everything you've had, I guess.
I think so, but all the extra noises you get with the older, whatever you want to call it, sled, wagon, puller,
Mm-hmm.
everything else I've ever had made a lot more racket than that. And I didn't even have to turn the radio up like when we get going very fast. I thought it was pretty nice.
That's what I like about my 2004.
Mm-hmm.
No brakes chattering, nothing like that. I don't know. I hope it lasts me a long time. The thing's only just turned over 100,000.
Wow.
And
Just breaking her in then.
my old feed truck is
And that's a diesel?
Teresa J.
It's gas.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, 6.0 gas.
There it is, Tony.
Ginger leave us.
No. She's waking her foot up.
She's waking her foot up.
Yeah.
Wake up!
My foot's asleep.
Either that or she's trying to start a Kawasaki.
I would love some hot chocolate right now.
So I got a question for you guys. You guys know how to count cows? You guys know how to count cows? Johnny, I've seen you do it. Do you know how to count cows?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, do you know how to count cows?
With a calculator.
Evidently not.
With a calculator.
You use a calculator. Yeah. Yeah. Calculator.
Hi, Tony. Hi, Tony and Angie.
Hey, Janae, how you doing?
I see something. I see a blank screen down there that has a name next to it, but
Hi, Tony.
I gotta see a face.
Is it cold at your house?
Hey, Joey, it is 25 And Angie said the wind chills are just above 0.
Oh.
But the wind has fallen off a little bit. Actually, temperature went up since last time I said it. It's gone up a little.
Mm-hmm.
We are at 21, feels like 9.
9. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
it's
we're
cold.
start
Y'all-
dropping tomorrow.
It definitely is. And I
How
believe
cold are
that
you in Georgia, Joey?
Right now we are 45.
y'all gonna get snow.
45. That's
Yeah,
what
but-
we are during the day whenever it's warm.
Short weather and short weather for me.
No, it's still thermal weather.
No.
It is thermal weather. It's supposed to start dropping hard in the morning.
Uh-huh. Right. Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, so you're getting what we're getting only tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Polar vortex.
Well,
might even-
they call it like the hammer, the Arctic hammer or something this time.
Mm-hmm.
And we have another chance of snow tomorrow.
Yay.
Yeah.
We had snow flurries earlier.
Did you?
Yeah.
Thanks, Todd.
Hey, look who it is.
Hey, hey.
Hey,
Mr. Dick.
Scott, how you doing?
Hey,
Good
it's
evening. How you
Scott.
doing?
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey.
You can say hi. Hey guys, one of my grandkids wants to say hi real quick.
All right.
That's
Hello.
Frankie.
Oh,
Tony.
You see everybody?
Okay, come on.
Grandpa.
Ready?
do me, do
All right,
me
let's
a
go.
favor. Go to Papa's beard and pull.
He did that earlier.
Okay.
He says, I don't like that. I went, ow. Okay.
Oh, Grandpa Tony, how sweet.
Today I seen your comment a minute ago about my mom. She's doing pretty good. She's doing pretty good. She may be, well, I know she is. She'll be flying up here with my brother May 2nd time frame, somewhere around there. She'll be up here for 3-4 days.
May 2nd. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
Hey, James.
I'll remember that.
Lori.
Hey, Lori.
So now, Tony, with your pig situation, are you
Hello,
going to make
everyone.
it for this year?
Hello.
Say that again, Johnny.
With your pig situation, are you going to make it to 10 killer?
Actually, believe it or not, the date of delivery is on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good. My youngest son that's fully helps me with everything as far as the pigs and chickens, and he's already in it, and he knows, and he probably spending the weekend here.
Okay.
So I'm only 2 hours away if I have to run home. So but it ain't. I think we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Angie.
We're good.
So where's your other half, Johnny?
She is sick.
Oh no, there's
She's
a lot of that
she's
going
got
around.
a bad migraine, and it's because of this cold that we have that came in.
Mm-hmm.
So she's trying to sleep that off.
It is
Yeah.
going around because Stephen had a massive migraine yesterday, so bad, and he was so nice. He still sang, but it's going. Everybody's been getting sick and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Anita had one of those migraines last night about the time we went to bed, and I told her, I said, I'll go ahead and get the wood this time.
Oh,
I'll go
sweet.
That's so nice.
Oh,
You're
so
just this
sweet.
gem, Paul.
My,
That's so nice of you, Paul.
my
so
generosity
nice.
is a mile wide, isn't it?
Oh, so sweet.
So how are you,
Christine and
Lori?
him were at the hospital.
I'm doing okay. How are you all?
We're doing
Well,
good, Lori.
Good, Lord.
Good.
We're doing real good now that you're here.
Aw,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. I owe you.
That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, I've
Hey,
been
Lori.
married long enough. I know all the answers.
I do too, but I still
That was
push
good.
Oh, I still
Sorry,
get myself in trouble, Tony. It wouldn't be a day unless I was in trouble.
Yeah, it's all day.
Hey, Lori, how is the temperature where you're at?
Mm-hmm.
The last time I looked at the thermometer, our weather machine said it was 34, I think. It's starting to go down. It was up in the 40s today.
Uh-huh.
It actually was not bad and a lot better than it has been. But the past 3 or 4 days, it's been up in the 30s.
I was hearing the same thing Johnny was talking about earlier, that the weather in Oklahoma tomorrow is going to be colder than what it is in Alaska.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know we're supposed to have a major freeze tomorrow. It's supposed to get up to like 38 and then go down to, I think they said 15 or 17 in the matter of a couple hours. So, that's going to freeze everything solid.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank goodness my conference is in the same building. I don't have to go anywhere. Up and down. That's all I got to go.
Oh, goodness.
We're supposed to be getting some snow Sunday, I think.
Well, you keep it, Lori.
Make me a snowman.
We've been lucking out because even when the snowstorms went across the southern states, we didn't get a touch of it. None of it. We got the wind was blowing like crazy, like 20 miles an hour plus.
Right.
But we never got the snow. We did get a couple of inches one day, but it was like after the major storm had gone across the country and left in a hurry.
Right.
I love the snow. When Mama used to bring us on sleds, and we used to sled down. It's really fun sledding. We loved it as kids, and then
fun as a kid.
Yeah. But the South is a lot of people when they get older, they just don't want pneumonia and all that, and they just head south. Like that's what my grandmother. She retired and she's been south ever since. She was a nurse her entire life. She was a servant. She was in the military, a nurse, and she stayed that way for almost 60 years. And God bless her. Yeah, bless her. So I salute all your first responders, all our veterans. Thank you for your service.
Amen.
Yep.
Dang, Dakota. You're going to have to be space heater night, huh?
Oh, no. I know my fireplace is really working tonight.
If my heater goes down, it means Paul didn't get up and put wood in.
I remember those days.
How often do you have to get up and put wood in, Paul?
I've just been burning cut up slabs. I haven't been burning any split wood, and I'll have find some thicker pieces and maybe put 2 or 3 of them in before I go to bed, and there's still coals in there when I get up.
Well, you're saying you don't get up all the way overnight?
No, that sounds like something a person would have to do when they have a fireplace. In my experience, those brick fireplaces seem to burn a lot faster. It's hard to control the air, but I've got an old Ashley wood stove. My grandpa bought it and put it in his house in like 1975. Right. I managed to get it from my aunt, and it shuts up pretty tight. And we just shut all the damper down as far as we can, and shut the vents on the bottom of it, and there'll still be coals in it in the morning. It won't be like 80 degrees in the house, but it won't take much to get a fire going.
You prefer that?
Is it a box stove?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I like the old ones.
My mom and dad used to have one just like that.
That one has a blower on the back of it, but the motor was stuck when I got it, and in the size house we have, we don't need it.
Right.
It does fine. We're less than 900 foot, so.
No, wow, yeah.
On purpose. Less house, you got less house to clean, and I'm only a 9, not a 10, so.
Our last house was 3,200 square feet. and we sold it when we decided the kids are out. Time to downsize quickly, and so we went down to a 1600.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have about 1100.
Well, Lori, do you think you'll get enough snow? You can make me a snowman.
It's a possibility. We're supposed to be getting like 5 or 6 inches
Oh,
Oh,
well,
I probably
Sunday
have.
into
you
Monday,
could
I
even
think.
make a snow angel.
But it depends. It depends on if it's that powdery stuff. I can't help you. But if
Well,
it's good sticky snow, I can
Well,
make a.
if I laid down and was making like what everybody calls a snow angel, don't you think it would look a little bit more like a snow Gumby?
Hi, Wanda.
I feel your
probably
pain, Paul. I feel your pain.
Val, maybe you need to get your all your vents cleaned out. Believe me, I've been through that once. It's bad sometimes. Not here at this house, but the other home.
Y'all remember Gumby Paul with Davy? Oh.
The reason it would look that way is because I can't get up without rolling over.
Night, Evelyn.
Night, Evelyn.
Good night, Evelyn.
Good night, Evelyn.
So I got a question for y'all.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Did you hear about the snowman that got caught ruffling through the produce section in the grocery store?
Looking for a new, picking his nose.
We are.
He was picking his nose. And y'all thought I was going to go.
Yep, we did.
Well, you got us.
Yeah, you stumped us.
I'm still not convinced that you're not. So
It's a ruse.
He's just
Me
holding
neither.
out.
We know his tricks now.
I was going to tell you, Paul, I probably got enough snow still here to build you a snowman.
I probably have almost enough, but I ain't going to go out there and mess with that.
Well, y'all can do some
Ow.
snow ice cream. Well, Paul, Donna and Greg was making snow ice cream. Did y'all see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Y'all
told
did-
me, he messaged me a while ago and said they were eating dessert at the Dutch pantry, and I'm like, seriously? Come on, man.
I don't think I'd want to eat the snow around here.
Well,
Not
We're
since
not
y'all
far
are
from the city, and there's a highway behind us. Nah, I don't think so.
you got to just stay away from the lemon snow.
Well, not,
Oh,
all snow, all
definitely.
snow's not
Never eat
bad.
yellow snow.
I mean,
or
if you,
brown.
and there's something to that, Lori. If you live near one of those really industrialized or populous areas and stuff like that, yeah. But way out here where we are, I wouldn't be afraid to eat the snow.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, out in the country, it wouldn't bother me out there either.
I can't even get my mail without the dog christening it.
Oh man!
I don't have a dog. I don't have any pets anymore.
Well, we don't have any. Well, we have cattle. We have cattle and chickens. That's what we got. We used to have pigs.
And they were delicious.
They taste good.
Yeah, and they're delicious. And we had more chickens 3 days ago than we have now. One of them decided it wanted to go on, so one of our chickens died night before last. And it was a really healthy big chicken. Like all the these chickens, they get some of them just don't look all that healthy. Well, this was like one of our big really nice looking chickens.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So we have white sparkly snow here that glitters.
Yeah.
Glitters in the sun.
And glitters, sparkle. What was it, Paul?
Skittles and glitter.
Skittles and glitter. You know what a sow's ear is. I know the Garland Creations subscribe to you, Lori.
Who did?
Someone named Rose Garland Creations named Catherine.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
So I think that's what it means. I see LO at the end. I was reading Lori out of that, but you know, anyway. But
They're
anyway,
in Tasmania, Australia. Oh, okay. That's where
Yeah,
Jones is.
that's Jonesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tasmania. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, there you go.
Jonesy's
Oh,
Lord.
is
he's
sweet.
been around.
There you go, Lori.
And
Well,
there's
guys,
Tom.
Spending some
go.
extra money
Thanks
to
for
get
having
on
me.
this.
You all have a great
Thanks.
evening from Knuckle Busting Numbskull. That's Janae's.
Yeah, that's Todd.
That's going through your deal, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good
Thank
to see
you,
you.
Todd.
Thanks for coming in. All right, guys. It is 9:01. Been on for 2 hours now, and I think I'm going to call it. I appreciate everybody coming in. I got to do it before you did it. Never mind.
Yee-hee.
Sorry.
You said it too fast.
One of
Yeah.
us can say bye.
Well,
I
I'm
was
glad y'all came back to say. Oh, hi.
Hi, Megs.
Hey, Megan.
How are
Good to
ya?
see you.
Lori said hi.
Come up here and show us your eyeball.
Yeah. Tell us to see your eyeball. You know how you always do in the video.
There is a mess.
It is not.
Oh,
It's very
that's awesome.
pretty.
Stop. Your hair stinks.
Yeah, she is a beauty. Thank you for stopping in, Megan.
There she is.
She's got the same color eyes as me.
Oh, man.
You can always count on Megan.
Exactly.
Have a great night.
Yeah.
My eyes
Thank
are
you,
hazel
Megan.
too.
Hey, I got a really quick question, Johnny, for anybody that wants to email me later. I'm having I don't know if it's a computer or I use Filmora editing. Maybe someone can tip me in something. This happened 2 months ago.
Oh.
I will do a video. I upload it to Filmora. I do my editing, and then you export it. When it says it's done, then you go to YouTube. You click on upload, and then it brings you to a spot that says select. And then when it goes to select, it brings up your files. And it used to be, and I never put it there, but it said download one. It's always been there. I think Filmora had that. They did it. I don't know. It's gone. So, but I know it's there. The reason is, like I said 2 months ago, I kept trying to re-upload, figure out what's going on. I didn't know I did it 33 times because all of a sudden one day that file showed up and it had all my previous videos I did, plus 33 times I tried to make this work. Well, last night it happened again. It's gone, and I have gone through absolutely everything, and I don't know what to do to find it. So, if anybody has an idea, email me because
Well,
I don't know.
you need to have a place to put that stuff. You can build a file and put it on your desktop.
Well, it's in file.
And you can drag that video to that.
Well, that's what I'm supposed to be able to do. You click on it and it's supposed to go, but the file's not there. It's gone.
I know. You said you said you think Filmora. You said you didn't make that file.
Right.
You said that you think Filmora did.
Right.
So what I'm saying is you make your own file and you put it where you want it. That way, if something's going on with Filmora, I mean, I'm just saying things are weird and happen like that. Do you have a search? What kind of a computer do you have? Is it an iMac or is it a Apple?
No,
I mean, is it?
I don't know. It's a Dell or I don't even remember what it is.
So you have a Windows computer.
No,
You have a
but is it
search-
Windows?
Yeah, you have a
I think.
way of searching that computer. Like I have a find, like a finder. And I can put in what I want to find, and it'll find it.
It can't find it.
In an Apple.
It won't find it at all. And that's what I'm saying, that I have done everything. This is before, even had some friends come over that's on YouTube, and they was like, I don't know what to tell you. It's not there. But when it pops up all of a sudden, all the videos that I was doing, that I did, and the ones that I wanted to post were there. Like I said, 30, it was there. So I don't know.
Look inside the Filmora folder in your computer
I've been
under
there.
the program itself.
Yeah, I've been there looking, and it says that it was transferred up to. It was exported, is what it tells you. And I'm like, all right, cool. But I've checked every file. I have literally gone in every one of them.
Okay.
And it's not even there.
One
But
more
it's
thing.
still in a couple days.
One more thing, Tony.
Yeah.
Have you shut completely down and brought everything back up?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Hey,
Checking.
2 months ago, I was at the point where I had Filmora up and YouTube up. I was one button away from deleting and saying, I'm done with everything, because I was so frustrated.
I just do it all.
Do you
from my
ever
phone, so there's that.
Jesse, doesn't
Yeah, but-
doesn't Creekside Tony use Filmora? And if he does, he might have some ideas for you.
Check to see if
Okay.
you're signed in with a temporary
Creekside
file.
Chronicles.
Go to settings, account, sync your settings.
See what Jesse just wrote, Tony?
Yeah, I see it right there.
There you go.
There
Yeah,
you are.
I'll have to check that. Sign in.
Jesse
All right.
is the godfather.
Well, thank
My
you very
father.
much, Johnny, for letting us come up and visit with you.
Well, thank you for coming up and everything, and I appreciate everybody's prayers for Christine.
Yes.
And you
Tell her
know,
we love her.
yes, she popped in while you guys were a sunflower. And I told her everybody was praying for her and stuff, but she's not feeling well at all. And I'm hoping she feels well enough for church tomorrow.
Yeah.
Can I pray with y'all before we head out?
Sure.
Sure.
All right. We love you, Father. We thank you for our wonderful communities as we gather here this evening with our wonderful pals chilling with the Gilliams. And thank you that Johnny got through this live. We miss Christine. She's such a sweetheart. And Lord, help her, touch her head. I understand these headaches because my mama and her sister usually have them too. And touch all of our loved ones in all of our communities across the nations, that we're all connected, Father, for your glory. We lift up our country. We lift up the homeless, the lost. And we ask everyone to bring us closer together to your feet. We thank you for everything that you've done or for everything you're going to do in all of our lives. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Janai.
Thanks, Janai.
You're welcome.
But
Y'all so sweet.
But anyway, I appreciate all of y'all coming up, and thank you for all the kind words and stuff like that for Christine. And everybody, remember to keep Lila Newton's family in your prayers.
Yes, absolutely.
And because that was a super big shock to us, or to me today. Christine may not yet. I'm not sure.
All of us.
Yes.
And,
I mean, we saw her in October. She was snuffed. She was on a plane.
Yeah.
Got there on a plane, left on a plane. I mean, only you fly if you're sick like that.
Right.
Yeah, she's being really good. You know.
So she told me last week on my live that she had pneumonia, and they had found that little bit of a heart condition. And then to get the email today, I was just I sat there and my face just went blank.
Yeah.
And everybody around me is like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm okay, but a friend of ours isn't." But
yeah, it was a shock, that's for sure.
If you'll notice what I just put up at the bottom right there, it says at home with Tom and Rhonda's live now sharing about Lila.
All right.
Everybody head on over there to Tom and Rhonda's and you can talk to them. But thank you everybody for being in the chat. Thank all the mods and everybody for keeping the channel safe like you do every single time. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for all the people who subscribers, folks who just come in and stuff like that, channels. everything. We just love you so much. And the next time we'll be live is Homestead Hangout on Thursday night. And I think Monday night is
Digging
going
in
to
the
be
word.
Digging in the Word with Sisters. So make sure that you go to Digging in the Word with Sisters. And then in
Tomorrow
the morning is Creekside Chronicles at 8:30. So go to that as well. And Tony and Joni at Creekside Chronicles. So anyway, everybody, good night.
And
we
stay
everybody.
safe at the pasture.
Yes.
Night.
Stay
Night,
safe
y'all.
out there at the pasture.
All right. Bye, guys.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.